speaking with the nurse from the Child Health Center. I believe you called yesterday.
Oh, thank you for calling.
No problem. Are you the father from Amari?
Yeah.
Yes, hi. You called yesterday because you had a few concerns. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I have seen you have never been to the Child Health Center before, right? Is that also correct?
That's correct, because the child was born overseas and all of our work was done privately. We paid for all the vaccinations on a private basis because the reason being is that apart from the child being born buitenland overseas, the mother did not have a document from IND, the immigration office, and so we thought it would be safer to do all of this privately. But our huisarts in the Laan van Middenvoort has produced an official yellow booklet, vaccination booklet in Dutch with our vaccinations for the child.
Okay. For my yes. Would you like to make use of the Child Health Center? Are you familiar what we do?
No, well, this is the issue, is that
yes.
I do not want to interfere with the mother or child. I trust them. It's very important that I don't do anything that means that you're going to suddenly contact them and disturb them. The mother is in a hotel for dakloos, for homeless people, and she has a caseworker. And I believe that if the mother needed to be in contact with your organization, the caseworker would have already made the mother aware. Is that not correct?
Sorry, again, I didn't hear the last sentence.
Oh, I'm saying that if the mother of the child has a caseworker,
yes,
for homeless mothers, dakloos mothers,
yes.
Surely the caseworker would be putting the mother in contact with you, or is that not the case?
No, that's not exactly the case, because we, the Child Health Center, parents are not obligated to make use of our services.
Oh,
they can choose it.
Yeah. In that case, yes. In that case, I can't interfere. It's not my place to interfere. The reason is I have a very, I don't know how you say in Dutch, a tenuous, a fragile relationship with the mother, and I don't want to jeopardize that by interfering.
Yes, I understand.
I just want, all I was asking is has the mother been in contact? And if she hasn't been in contact, then that's it. And the other thing I understand is that in the Netherlands you have a special process that decides whether or not which parent can get information about the child. And
yes, that's true.
And as the child is not born in the Netherlands, we've never been through that process. And as we've not been through that process, it means I cannot get information. Is that correct?
It depends if you have the custody. So.
But no custody decision has been made. All that exists is my name on the birth certificate, and we are not married.
Okay. So your name is on the birth certificate.
But we're not married. That's all. There's nothing else. There's no decisions or custody or anything like that involved. We don't want to get lawyers involved. We want to keep things just in the family and private.
Yes, I understand. And your daughter was born abroad, right?
Yes.
Okay, and because I'm not, which country was she born?
She was born outside of the Netherlands in Europe.
Okay, in Europe. Because the thing is, I'm not sure in Netherlands, for example, if you recognize at the gemeente, if you in here the Netherlands, if the father, for example, recognize the child, then he get also the custody immediately. Are here different, and I'm not the country where she was born, what the rules are.
Yes. So to be clear, the child has a Dutch passport through me. So according to the diplomatic service and the people who issue passports, the documentation that I provided them for the child to get a Dutch passport acknowledged that. I don't know if that's different from your process, but that's what happened for the child to have a Dutch passport at the embassy, at the overseas embassy. Yeah.
Dutch passport, okay. So your child has a Dutch passport. You're not sure if you have the full. If you have the custody, and in my understanding, the child is living with the mother at the moment.
Yes, I'm handicapped. I'm a disabled person, and so the mother cannot live with me because in the nighttime I have seizures, toevallen.
Yes.
And so I keep everybody awake at night, and they can't get a night's sleep. So this is the reason that I'm separated from the family. Because
and do you know maybe the address that she's living at the moment? Is she living in a hotel?
Yes, in a hotel. In a hotel.
Do you know which hotel?
Well, I know the hotel, but as a matter of privacy, I can't provide it to you.
Okay, but what is your question at the moment then exactly?
No, only that if I'm entitled to any information which you don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet, so I have to discuss it with the doctor who has more information about that, who has more knowledge about that.
Yes, but
so I have to discuss it with her.
And can you see my daughter in your system?
Yes, there is a file in her system because she is registered at an address that's under because we are connected with postal codes to different addresses.
So is that the Fruitweg 15?
Yes, but that's only, I know that's an address where, for example, people are homeless.
Yeah.
That's often the address that they are registered at.
Okay, all I'm saying is please discuss it with a doctor, but keep the matter very confidential because I don't want the mother to think I'm interfering anyway.
No, that's understandable. I will keep it confidential.
And I leave everything up to the mother's decision. It's up to her. But I don't want her to think that I've caused any extra bureaucracy or problems.
I understand. But your question is if you would like to know if your daughter if she's being seen by us, for example, for the growth and the development.
Well, yes, that's right. Because all I wanted to do was to get some information. The reason is this: is that our family had some concerns that the baby, I think about 90% of children, after they come off breast milk, they develop, they look a bit chubby, a bit fat.
Yeah.
But this child never developed that, and so. That's not abnormal. It's maybe in 10%, I think, or so. And but the child is very, very active. It's a very sporty kind of child. And I'm concerned that the mother gives too much sugar to the child.
Okay.
And but those are the only concerns. And I wanted to we have a house arts, and I wanted to take the child to the house arts.
Yes.
But because I'm in a wheelchair, and I cannot take the child on my own to the house arts, and the mother doesn't mind me to have contact with the child at the weekend. But of course the house arts is not open at the weekend. They're only open in the week. And the other problem is that when I come and have contact with the child at the weekend, I bring one of my adult sons with me, so that what that allows is that the mother can then leave the child with me and not have any worries because of my level of disability. Yes. But the problem is that the son cannot come in the weekday because they are working. So if I have to take the child in the weekday to the house arts, I don't have anybody to help me. And furthermore, the mother doesn't want me to come there in the weekday. And also...
She doesn't want to go during the week.
And also, when I have asked the mother about the place. The child goes to a play group, but the mother will not tell me the name of the play group, so I can't find out anything about that. So it's not going to be easy for me to ask the mother if I can take the child to a GP, because the mother's just going to say everything is fine, I'm doing this. So I don't really know how I'm going to go about getting the child to a private GP so that I can at least make sure that the other people in the family, myself and my mother, have got our own separate, independent information that the child is well.
Okay. Okay. And because is there do you have like certain agreements? Like, okay, I already heard you're seeing her in the weekends. Are there also other agreements during for the child, for you and the mom?
No, there are no agreements. Everything is just done on we could say ad hoc. Just
Okay.
I phone up and I say, okay, I'm going to do this. Are you free this weekend? Then she'll say no. She'll say yes. It's just done like that. There's no agreements and there's no lawyers involved. And it's really, really important that we don't get lawyers and courts involved. This has to be just a private, relaxing manner without getting this terrible lawyers and bureaucrats involved. We don't want anything like that.
No. Because what the thing is, what we do, because we're connected by postal code. What we do when we see that there's a new child living in our neighborhood, then we send letters to ask if parents want to make use of the child health center. Often they call.
I got your letter some years ago.
Yes, and I've seen that the last letter that was sent was in this year still, in July, 30 July, the second letter.
Was it sent to me or the mother?
I think it's sent to the 515. That's the address that she's registered at.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if it was sent to me or the mother, but I know I received one. I think it was much longer ago, though. And I wrote back and asked where you got the information from, and nobody replied to me. So I was very concerned about data privacy, so I didn't take it any further.
Yes, when a child is registered at the gemeente, then we get a notification from the gemeente so that we can make contact with parents if they want to make use of the child health center.
That's
how we got the information.
Yeah, I would make use of your health center if my house arts thought it was appropriate. But as I have no advice from my house arts, I can't say that I would do that. And also, I wouldn't do it directly. I would advise the mother. But first, I would like to take the child to the house arts.
Yes.
So I have no idea how to do it. I was on the phone yesterday, like all afternoon, and they kept me on hold. And after one particular call, I was on the phone being sent from department to department for 2 hours. There was a woman who was like very, very abrupt with me and very sharp. And eventually, she just put the phone down on me, and I found that so unhelpful.
Yes, that's really unhelpful.
Yeah, so the bottom line is that I cannot find anybody in the gemeente who can provide me with a service to take my child to the GP, to the house arts. There's no one who can help me. So I really don't know what to do about that.
Yes, because can I ask, maybe because you are having a disability, normally from your own GP, do you have help or anything?
I have nothing. I have been registered as living in The Hague for 10 years, and the only help I get is I'm sent to bureaucrats, organizations like Stichting May, the Wijk Centrum, Impegno, and these organizations. And these organizations do nothing practical for me. Absolutely nothing practical. And I'm left. I have a brain injury. I can't live in a house. I'm homeless, and I can't pay. I can't get involved in contracts. My health insurance is a complete mess. I've had 2 very severe injuries since coming to Holland. I broke my spine and required an implant, and I broke my foot. And I had the local hospitals refused to provide me with any help, and I had to go buitenland. I had to go overseas to get the implant removed from my spine. It was a major operation, and even with a broken back and a metal implant in my spine, they still left me homeless on the streets. And
okay, so at the moment you're homeless in the streets.
yes, with a brain injury and a wheelchair that is completely inappropriate, and I have to build my own wheelchair, and I because the ones that come from MediPoint and the wheelchair shops and factories, they're not suitable for somebody like me, and I have to build my own wheelchair from scratch, and it's causing me a lot of problems. I'm forever in trouble with the police. The police are prosecuting me for going in the road with my wheelchair when I couldn't use the pavement, and the problem is that with a brain injury, I cannot defend myself in the courts of law, and I can't deal with the correspondence because it causes me to have seizures, toevallen, and I'm having major problems.
Yes.
It's very, very difficult for me, and the mother knows these things, and this is part of the reasons why she will not allow me to take the child to the house arts independently.
Yes.
If I have somebody with me, she would let it, I'm sure.
Yes, and you had your own private house arts, right?
My house arts I've been with for 10 years.
Okay. And do you know what the house art? The name of the house art?
My house arts
Yes.
is Dr. Rice in the Milan van Meerdervoort.
Okay. And can the doctor help you?
No, they can't help me. They get very angry with me.
And why is that exactly? For my understanding, so I have a better understanding.
I believe that the house arts is angry with me because the services that I require don't exist, and I have a lot of medical needs, and whenever I contact them, they say, "Well, we've sent you to this place, we've sent you to that place, we've sent you to this place," and I think they're exasperated because the kind of help I need doesn't exist. For example, I can't live in a house. I cannot be near people because people cause me to have seizures. It's one of the reasons I don't live with the mother. I have to be outside, and of course it's in Holland it's illegal to be outside, and so the type of wheelchair I have to have, it's like a mobile home. It's only a wheelchair, but it acts as a mobile home. I live on my wheelchair. Everything is attached to my wheelchair, and it is not appropriate for me to be with other people because it causes a lot of anxiety in other people. I smell very badly. I stink. I can't bath myself, and it causes other people to act violently towards me. And so when I go to the dagloss and nachtopvang, it causes too much stress in the staff there, the people who work there, and so they're shouting at me, and I have to leave. I can't stay in those places, and I can't live in a house independently because I haven't got the mental capacity to rent a house. I haven't got the mental capacity to deal with utility bills. The gemeente has tried very hard to sort out my problem, but the problem is that the options they have are not suitable for me, and I think that's why the house arts is just completely annoyed with me. And I think part of the problem is they just don't like the fact that when I write them letters, I can't, if I have to go there in person, I get distracted and I cannot focus on my issues. So I will put my issues down in writing and send it to them in writing, and they just don't like that. So they want me to talk about my issues in person, but when I discuss my issues in person, I cannot remember what I have to talk about, and when I put things in writing, they just don't like it. I don't know, and I think also that there are no resources. There just don't exist resources.
Okay. So there's a lot of things are happening at the moment. But your main question is if your daughter and the mother of the child, if they make contact with us and if she's been seen by us, right? Is that correct?
Well, yes, and she hasn't, so I understand that now. But I don't want to force it. I don't want to push it. I don't want the mother to think I've interfered. All I want to do is if all I was contacting you about, because my mother, who is Dutch and worked at the National Bureau for Food and Nutrition in The Hague back in the 1960s, she said, is there an organization that monitors the child's health? Maybe you can get some information on your daughter through them. And that is why I made contact with you yesterday.
Okay, so you want to know if you can ask if we have any information about your daughter.
If I had a right to some information, I would like it, but I don't want to push it. I don't want to make any problems. Because I can't take the child to the house arts. That's the problem. I can't get information on my daughter's health. And my mother, she's 90. She has seen the child on 2 occasions.
Yes.
And my mother herself has expressed concern about the child being given sugar, about the child's level of energy. So the child has a very high level of energy and has not developed any chubbiness after coming off breast milk. And and also we have thyroid problems in the family.
Yes, I've heard. There's a lot of happening. What I'm going to do, I'm going to discuss with my colleague if you have the right to ask for information about the child. Your name was on the recognition of your child, right? On her birth certificate.
It's on the birth certificate, and the child was given a Dutch passport based upon myself being the father. So I don't know if that counts as anything in your terms of your procedures.
I'm not sure. It's also at which country did you born?
I don't want to disclose that because it's private to the mother, and I just don't want to. But it was in Europe. It wasn't outside of Europe. It was in the European Union.
No, and is it because? Okay, then another question: is it because she has a Dutch passport because she has been living for so long right now here in the Netherlands?
No, she has a Dutch passport because I'm Dutch.
Okay.
I don't speak Dutch very well because I never lived in Holland. I came to Holland about 10 years ago, but I can't learn Dutch properly because I cannot get into a school to learn Dutch, and I have behavioral problems that would make it difficult for me in the classroom, and I have very little contact with people. I'm mainly in the platteland, in the countryside, trying to stay away from people, and I just do things in nature. I have very little contact with people, so I don't have much conversation.
Okay. I'm going to discuss this with the doctor. Is it okay for me to report this also in the file of your daughter that you have called and that we want to discuss if you also have right to ask for the information?
Please, if you do anything like that, can you just make it in a very polite and subtle manner so as not to. No. Please. I know you might want to, but please don't reach out to the mother.
No.
I want her to have more. I need her to have peace and calm. It's very difficult for the mother coming to a country where she doesn't speak the language, she doesn't have any family, and she is trying very hard to integrate. She needs to have some peace. All I wanted to do was to see if you had information that I could have and find a way of getting the child to her own huisarts on the Laan van Middenvoort.
Okay.
That's all.
I can ask the doctor if she knows something, but I believe.
Yeah, I would like to escort my daughter, but I need somebody to come with me, and I don't have anybody in The Hague who I know who can do this with me, because I can't. It might sound strange to you, but I cannot form relationships. Not only I have a brain injury, but I have pre-existing autism.
I understand.
Yeah. And I cannot form these types of relationships. I had tried very hard to work with Stichting May and Pegno and the Centrum and those people. But I'm 62 years old, and I've had this problem all my life, not able to form relationships. I was very hard with the mother as well, for her to cope. She didn't receive any. I asked the Hausarts for some training so that the mother can cope better with somebody who has a brain injury, but we were never able to get any. It doesn't even exist, I think. And I think this is another one of those things that makes my Hausarts angry, that the type of help that our family needs, it does not exist. There's no, if somebody in the family has a brain injury, there is nobody to help the other members of the family deal with something like that. And eventually the family just throw this person out on the street. I mean, we will.
Also not possible for other family members, because they have their, you said they have their concern too. It's not possible for them to come with you, for example.
My mother is 90 years old.
Yeah, but maybe younger family members.
Yes, I had my son who is 30 years old, but he could only come at the weekend because he's working in the weekday.
Yes. Okay. I've heard. I have now a lot of things are happening. What I already said before. I'm gonna discuss it with the doctor, and maybe she also knows maybe an organization that can help like someone that can go to the house doctor with you for her.
Yes. That is really what I need. That is what I need.
Because the thing is, we monitor the growth and the development also. Let's say if you have the right also to come with Amari, for example, during the weekdays.
I would not bring my daughter to your organization without the permission of the mother.
Yes, but let's say if the mother also agrees, would you, if you have the right to make that decision also, and mother gives permission?
I would have no objection. No, I have no objection.
Okay, no objection. Okay. Then I'm going to discuss this with the doctor that has more knowledge on this specific situation. And then I probably will call you back. I'm not sure if it's going to be today or tomorrow, but I will call you back.
Oh, you're very kind. Please repeat your name and your name of your organization again.
It's Child Health Center in English, but in Dutch it's called het Consultatiebureau.
En wat is uw naam, mevrouw? Mag ik dat vragen of niet?
Sorry again?
Your name?
Amelia.
Amelia, okay. Yes. Sorry, I have a brain injury, so I can't remember these things. It's very difficult to remember names.
It's okay. I will call you back, yes?
Bedankt, Amelia. Thank you.
No problem. Have a nice day.
Thank you for calling. Thank you.